Hi guys, good morning. It's the final day of this week. Hari yang terakhir untuk minggu ini. So, we are looking at another text today. Hari ini kita nak lihat lagi sebuah tag which has got to do on being safe. Yang mana teks ini ada berkisar tentang bagaimana cara-cara untuk menjadi selamat. So as you can see, if you have your textbook, you could go to page number 97. Kalau you ada buku teks, you boleh pergi ke halaman 97. So let's take a look. Safety rules and regulation. Safety rules and regulation must be strictly adhered to when you are in the living skills workshop to prevent injuries or accidents. Okay, mari kita gariskan. Let's underline the word. Okay, we have rules and regulations, and then let's underline these two, adhered, and finally let's underline this. Okay, now if you look at the first word, kalau kita lihat perkataan yang pertama, rules and regulation, I'm sure you can guess what it is. Saya rasa you boleh teka. What is rule? Or what does it mean by rules? Apakah yang dimaksudkan dengan rules? Rules means peraturan. So rules and regulation, they actually share more or less the same meaning. Maknanya lebih kurang sama saja. Perjalanan pula. Peraturan. Okay. They share more or less the same meaning. And then adhered. Adhered means, so when there is a rule, we must adhere. We must follow. We must obey. Maksudnya apa tu? Mesti dipatuh. Okay, mesti dipatuh ataupun diikuti. Right. Next, living skills workshop. Living skills workshop. What does it mean? Apa maksudnya tu? Living skills workshop is actually in our school, it refers to workshop RBT. Kalau dekat sekolah kita tu, kita panggil workshop RBT lah. Workshop RBT. Okay. Workshop RBT. To prevent. Prevent means to stop. Ataupun untuk menghentikan. Okay. Right. So let's take a look. So if you look here, you can actually find, a picture of screwdriver, and then we have I think this is what we call as G-clip. Yeah, it's a G-clip, and then I couldn't recall this. I couldn't recall the name in English, but in Malay we call it plier, right? Okay. Alright, let's take a look. What do we have? General safety. Inform the teacher immediately if an accident or injury occurs. That means if something unfortunate or if there is an accident, kalau berlaku kemalangan, inform your teacher immediately. Kena segera, kena cepat-cepat beritahu guru you. Right? If you see any of your friends has bleeding, for example, kalau ternampak kawan-kawan you, contohnya tangannya terluka ataupun dia berdarah, ataupun it can be anything which is unfortunate, apa-apa sahaja yang malang ataupun kemalangan, immediately inform your teachers. Don't let it be quiet. Okay. Next, ensure the workshop has sufficient lighting and good ventilation. Okay. The word sufficient. Sufficient means enough. Sufficient ni maksud dia mencukupi. So when you go to any workshop, you have to make sure that the workshop is bright. Maknanya, kalau kita pergi masuk makmal mana-mana, kalau makmal tu gelap, kalau boleh dielakkan. Right? Or kebiasaannya, commonly in schools, if the workshop, has these functional lights, kebiasaannya dekat sekolah, kalau dekat sekolah, makmal tu ataupun workshop tu lampunya tak hidup, ataupun the fans are not working, kipas yang tak berfungsi, commonly, selalunya, our teacher won't allow us to go and have our lesson there. Cikgu kita selalunya memang tak izinkan kita masuk dekat situ. Right? Because when the room is not bright enough, bila bilik itu berada dalam keadaan yang kurang terang, it can trigger anything unfortunate among you guys. Mungkin akan berlaku isu-isu kesihatan ataupun isu-isu that has got to do to safety. Akan berlaku isu-isu keselamatan. Okay. What about good ventilation? Good ventilation means sistem pengudaraan yang baik. Sistem pengudaraan yang baik. Okay, next. Seek permission before using any equipment. Dapatkan kebenaran before you using any equipment. Sebelum you gunakan apa-apa peralatan, get a permission. Okay, get a permission. Minta kebenaran. Clean any oil spill on the floor immediately. So let's say you have a project that you work with your teacher at that point of time. Katakanlah pada waktu itu you ada project dengan cikgu you, and it uses or it involves the use of oil or anything greasy. Maknanya masa you nak buat project tu, dia melibatkan penggunaan minyak ataupun apa-apa saja yang benda-benda yang melekit, like thinner, like glue. So if they spill on the floor, kalau tertumpah, spill ni maksudnya tertumpah. If they spill on the floor, clean it up immediately. Segera bersihkan. Use tissue or use cloth. Anything that is possible. Apa-apa saja cara yang boleh membersihkan tumpahan itu. Next, personal safety. Read and understand the steps and procedures before starting an activity. So let's say you guys are going to have a wooden project. Katakanlah you ada projek pertukangan. So before you begin, sebelum you bermula, make sure that you completely understand how or the process which is going to be involved. Pastikan you betul-betul faham apakah langkah-langkah ataupun apakah proses yang akan terlibat dalam projek itu. Okay. Use aprons, gloves and masks during all activities. Gunakan aprons. Gunakan glove, sarung tangan, and mask, gunakan penutup muka during all activities. Like right now, we all use mask all the time. Sekarang ni kita guna mask banyak masa kan, so it shouldn't be a big deal then. Next, wash hands with soap and water after practical activities. Wash hands, basuh tangan, with soap, dengan menggunakan sabun. Soap means sabun. After practical activity, lepas you siap project you tu, you have to wash your hand with soap. Okay, last but not least, equipment safety. Use equipment and materials with caution. Maksudnya apa? When you use any particular or any type of equipment or material, make sure that you know the function of that equipment. Pastikan you tahu kegunaan equipment tu. Do not use a particular equipment for a different reason or different purpose. Jangan gunakan what do we call peralatan tu untuk kegunaan yang berbeza. For example, maybe screwdriver should be used to tighten the screw. Screwdriver ni, as we know, seperti yang kita tahu, kegunaan dia ialah untuk mengetatkan skru. Am I right? But if you use the screwdriver to make a hole, for example, kalau you gunakan screwdriver tu untuk buat lubang contohnya, so in that sense, that shows you use the equipment without caution. Maksudnya untuk keadaan seperti itu, kita boleh kata you menggunakan peralatan tanpa kesedaran. Okay, you do not know the actual function of the screwdriver. So you have to be aware and cautious. Next, store equipment safely after use. Simpan equipment tu dengan baik selepas you guna. Store hazardous and flammable material in the appropriate place. Simpan barang-barang yang mudah meletup. Hazardous ni barang-barang yang mudah meletup. Flammable pun bahan yang mudah meletup. In the appropriate place. Okay. So we already read the rules and regulations that we are expected to see when we use a workshop. Ini antara peraturan yang kita mungkin dapat lihat ataupun kita akan lihat jika kita berada di Makmal. Okay, so this is your task. Ini tugasan you. What you have to do is state true or false. Nyatakan yang mana betul, yang mana salah. For example, get consent before using any tool. Minta kebenaran sebelum menggunakan peralatan. Is that true or false? That is true. Okay, so that is just an example. So where to do? Please do inside E1. Buatlah dalam buku E1. Okay, so I hope you guys would be able to have some time to complete my work. I harap you dapat sempat siapkan. So as usual, once you finish, send over to me and insyaAllah I'll check for you. If you don't receive any reply from me, that means you are on the right track. Kalau you tak terima apa-apa reply daripada I, maksudnya you berada dalam track yang baik. Okay guys, stay safe, take care. I love you guys. Assalamualaikum.